Let us begin our study of yoga today. Good morning and welcome to Yoga for Immortality. And this idea of immortality goes way, way back to the most ancient of the mantras, and we talk about immortality as Amrit in Sanskrit. Amrita is the nectar of immortality that the devas, or gods, and asuras, the demons, discover through their mutual churning of the great milky ocean. The gods protect the Amrita from falling into the demon's grasp, and the devas use it to attain a higher level of knowledge and power, which they had lost due to the curse of Sage Durvasa. So we will be doing a lot of twisting and folding poses to really churn that inner ocean and divulge this nectar of immortality. In the myths and the stories, after this great churning of the ocean occurred, many things were discovered and revealed, some of them wonderful and some of them quite dangerous. And at the end, the most cherished and prized of these discoveries was the Amrita. Now, Mohini was the female form of Vishnu, and she takes possession of this clay pot containing this nectar of immortality, and she withholds it from the demons and distributes it only to the gods. So how do we find this nectar of immortality in our practice? Well, we're going to use the mudra, the dhyana mudra. Dhyana means meditation or unbroken concentration. And this mudra involves placing the right palm over the left palm and touching the tips of the thumbs together. Now, the thumbs are the fire element, and joining the tips of the thumbs increases that potential for inner cleansing and refining through this fire. And we will find sort of a natural ease in meditation and deep contemplation. And it helps to increase the mental powers. And there now can be increased inspiration as well. It's helped to eliminate impurities and aid assimilation, both on the physical and energetic planes. We use this mudra to evoke a feeling of inner harmony and peace. So just sit for a moment with this mudra, grounding down into the earth with that grounding cord of connection to the deep reservoir of spirit, and connect in with that spirit. That is our connection to immortality. The spirit is immortal. So as we enhance our relationship and connection to spirit, that's what's giving us our sense of immortality. Next, we're going to integrate the breath and the movement with some big sun breaths, lifting the palms up on the inhale until the fingertips touch, And then turn the palms out and exhale, bring the fingertips back to the earth. Follow with your gaze, lifting the chin on the inhalation and lowering the chin on the exhalation. Now leave the right hand on the floor, lift the left arm up and crescent over to the right side. Inhale, lift up and switch arms, bringing the right arm over. Exhale, crescent to the left. And continue alternating from side to side, moving in time and rhythm with your breath. Just picturing a nice willow tree just kind of swaying in the breeze. Finding that fluidity, ease of movement. Just sipping that sweet nectar, the ambrosia. And I'm going to rock forward and back. Hold on to the knees. Exhale, rock back. Tuck the chin, rounding the spine. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Tilt the chin up. And repeat. Exhaling, rounding the back, tucking the chin. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Chin up. Just moving gently back and forth with this wave of breath, pulsation, integration. Pulse with the breath, integrate the movement. Great. And now circle the shoulders, coming forward and rolling back. And then reverse the circles. All right, and now cross the left hand to the right knee and lift up the chest. Exhale, twist and look over the right shoulder. Now circle the chin up on the inhale, around and down on the exhale. And after a few revolutions, change the direction, circling the chin the opposite way. Now unwind the spine, cross right hand to left knee, lift up the chest and slowly turn, gaze over the left shoulder. When you're ready, begin to circle the chin, lifting up on the inhale and around and down on the exhale. And then switch the direction the chin is rotating. The important thing is not to move mechanically, but to sense and feel where there's any resistance, accepting, loving, and breathing with that. Come back to the center. Okay. And now let's let the feet out in front. Bend the knees and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Inhaling as they lift up and exhaling as they twist over. Next time the knees come over to the left side, twist the shoulders, bring the right hand around to face the back of the mat, and start to bend the elbows, lowering the chest towards the earth. Now switch sides, bring both knees over to the right, and sweep the left arm around, face the back of the mat, and bend the elbows, lowering the chest here. Inhale, lift up, go back to the first side with knees to the left, and the arms facing the back. Now start to straighten both knees, so the legs now are at 90-degree angle. And you're on the outside of that left hip, keeping the core strong, the navel drawing in. And then lift up, unwind, and switch, turning to the right, sweep the left arm around. You can rest on that right forearm behind you if you wish, and just try now straightening both legs, keeping the core working, the navel's drawing to the spine. And then release. And come on to your back. And I'll have a prop here to demonstrate. If you wish to use the strap to stretch the back of the thighs, you can lay on your back and use the strap to loop around the right foot. You're lifting the right leg up and pressing the back of the left knee down. Now bend the right knee to start. And as you exhale, extend the right foot, try and straighten the right leg, pressing against the resistance of the strap, or using your hands in the back of the right thigh and pressing the right thigh against the hands. So you have those options, softening on the inhale and extending and stretching deeper in that hamstring and calf as you exhale. And these are thick muscles, so please be patient, use deep breaths. And then holding the strap in the right hand or the outside of the right leg, take the right leg out to the right, sweep it out to the right side, and try and maintain that muscular energy of hugging muscles to the bone, drawing in through the navel, and then through that strength, then lengthen out through the soles of the feet. And after several breaths, bring the right leg up and cross it over. So you're holding the strap in the left hand or holding the leg in the left hand as you look over your right shoulder. And then bend the right knee, put the right foot down, and switch the strap onto the left foot. Or hold the back of the left thigh and extend the left leg up, press the back of the right knee down on the mat. And with your breath, controlling muscular energy as you exhale to lengthen and strengthen the muscles. Inhale, sense and sip in that sweet nectar, the ambrosia of Amrita. And then, holding the strap in the left hand, sweep the left leg wide, hold it out to the left side, and support it with the hand outside the leg or with the strap. And then cross the left leg over to the right side, rolling onto the outside of the right hip. And gazing over the left shoulder, a soft gaze. And bend the left knee and release. Now, bend both knees. If you have a block, you can put the block between the knees. I'm going to use my blanket as a prop. And just squeeze the knees together, lift the feet off the floor, and open the arms so the palms are face down. Then keep squeezing the block or your prop and twist to the right. Hover the knees, look over to the left. And with your core, inhale, lift the knees up, and exhale, twist the knees to the left. Go from side to side, inhaling, knees lift, and exhaling, knees twist. You're hugging the block or the blanket to maintain that core strength to protect the lower back. And lower the feet down, release the block or prop. And half of a happy baby. Now, still on the back, bend the right knee and hold the right shin or ankle with the hands. And if you can reach to the outside edge of the foot or the big toe, you'll hold with the right hand there. The left hand can go onto that left thigh. Keep that left hip from lifting up. So you want to ground down through the back of the left thigh and hip. And as we draw this right shoulder down, the right knee into the armpit, I'm going to resist and press the foot up slightly into the hand. So we're activating the muscles that we're stretching. And using nice deep breaths to drink in that nectar, connect with spirit. So these are, again, very strong muscles. Be patient. And just let them relax and stretch. Then release the right foot. Lift the left knee and half happy baby, pulling the left knee down, either with the hands around the shin or ankle, or possibly holding the outside of the left foot with the left hand. Now keep the back of the right hip or buttocks from lifting by pressing down with the right hand. And just let the stretch gradually grow organically, naturally, waiting for your body to adjust and become a little more elastic, malleable. Through this deep breathing. Now slowly release the left foot down to the floor. And now we come up to squat onto the feet. And widening the feet, turning the toes out, or using this blanket roll as a prop under the heels. I'm going to come into a nice squat. I'll put my heels on the blanket, bend knees, and pop the knees as necessary. Lower the hips below the knees. And find balance with the shoulders back, heart open. Now the elbows are inside the knees, so the knees can squeeze in. Tighten the knees against the elbows. The elbows are resisting back out against that. So you have an isometric energy built up in the core, the pelvis and abdomen that helps you lengthen the tailbone and lift the crown of the head. So lengthening the spine. Okay. You can stay with your squat or rest. Another variation we're going to try is the twist here. This is the noose pose. We're going to just try half noose. So if you have the strap handy, you might want to use that to help with your bind. If you're going to use the strap, hold it in the right hand, bring the right arm behind your back. Lean forward with the left arm extended, and then turn the palm out, wrap the left arm in front of the left knee, and bind the left hand to the strap or to your right hand. Now we're twisting and looking back over the right shoulder. Broaden the collarbones, pull the palms up, and as though you're trying to stretch the strap like a rubber band to make it longer. Now release the bind on that side. Hold the strap with the left hand and reach forward with the right. The left arm goes behind the back, the right arm in front of the knee and shin so that you can bind and start to look back over the left shoulder. Inhale, broaden the chest. And exhale, stretch the strap like a rubber band to make it longer. And release the bind and come around to our first downward dog. In this first down dog, just bend the knees and spread the fingers and put a little movement into the knees, straightening one at a time or both. Now start to lower the knees down to the mat, table pose, keeping the fingers clawing the mat, The palms engaged and the inner arm squeezing to the midline. Look up for cow. And exhale, look down for cat. Inhale, sway back, lifting the sitting bones, lifting your eyes. And exhale, an angry cat back. Take your awareness into the spine to sense each vertebrae as it moves, flexes, bends. Following that movement from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Now knees touching, circle the hips. Inhale forward and exhale back. Now we'll do child's pose. So widen the knees to the width of the mat, the big toes still touching, and sit back to the heels. Lower the forehead. On the inhalation, breathe into the kidneys and middle back, puffing them up like a rainbow shape. And on the exhale, extend out through the hands, press back through the sitting bones. So each inhalation is an expansion into the back side of the body, and each exhalation a compression in the abdomen, sinking deeper. Now, lift up halfway. Take the right arm and thread the right arm under the left for child twist here. The left hand and right hand can meet into prayer, and you're pressing down through that right elbow to add to the twist. Looking up over the left shoulder. One more breath. And exhale, release, and lift up. Now take the left arm out and sweep the left arm under the right. Tuck the chin and bring the left palm and right palm together in prayer. Press down through the left elbow. Lengthen the neck, broaden the back and shoulders. Take deep breaths. And inhale, lift up. And come back up to table pose. And the knees back to normal, hip distance apart. Now, a different way of twisting. Take the right arm, sweep it out, thread the right arm under the left, and bring that right shoulder down. Step back with the left foot, straighten the left leg, and bring the right foot up to the left knee. Hold the foot and knee with that right hand and start to look back with the left arm extended along the ground. And if you roll over, that's perfectly normal. Just enjoy the adventure. Inhale, release. Lift the right shoulder up. And then take the left arm out. Sweep the left arm under the right. Tucking the chin. And you can just keep that left arm on the ground. The right hand, right fingertips on, or holding that right hip and sacrum. Another variation. Straighten the right leg. Bend the knee. The left foot comes up to the right knee. The left foot holds that together. And then you open the right arm, reach it back. Just play with the balance a little bit here. And release and lower the knees back down. Lift the shoulders up. And come on around to seated. So, seated, staff pose. With the buttocks moving back, leaning the lower back forward, and zippering energy up the front of the chest, up the front of the shoulders, and down the back of the shoulder blades. Keeping this inner buoyancy and sense of uplifting in the heart. Now bend the right knee out to the right side. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, pull in through the belly, fold over the left hip, lengthen on the inhalation, and fold on the exhalation. Each inhale giving more spaciousness, more freedom. Each exhale, folding deeper to your capacity. If there's any pain in the right knee or hip, just back off the pose some. Inhale, release. Straighten the right leg. Back to staff pose for a breath. Inhale to your full height. Crown of the head high, chin level. And then exhale, bend the left knee. Draw the left foot into the right thigh. Inhale, find your foundation. Give the sitting bones a nice solid connection to the earth so that you can grow tall in the spine. Root down, rise up, then reach up, out, and over the right hip, folding as you exhale. Relaxing on the inhale. Readjust as necessary. Fine-tune the pose on the inhale so that you can go deeper on the exhale. Pulse with the breath to integrate all the parts of yourself, body, mind, spirit, to connect with that immortal spirit and sip the ambrosia of eternity. Now inhale, lift it up. And exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale to a straight spine, staff pose. And exhale, bend the right knee once again. Revolved head to knee pose. So open that right knee 90 degrees or more. And now twist the left shoulder inside the left leg. Lift the right arm up. Twisting and stretching over the left leg. Parita Janushirshasana. And over a series of breaths, you may be able to hold the inside of the arch of that left foot, or even bring the right hand to the toes. But don't let that right hip lift up. Stay grounded through the right sitting bone, so the outside of that rib cage and right side of the waist are getting a nice deep stretch. Now release, inhale, lift up, and bring the right leg forward. Inhale, staff pose. And exhale, bend the left knee, revolved, Janu, Parvrita Janushirshasana. Now, bring the right arm inside the right leg, lift the left arm, and root down through the outer left hip and sitting bone to reach out and over the right hip. Inhale, expand, widen the chest, lengthen the neck. And exhale, extend out and over that right leg, possibly bringing the hands to the foot or looping your strap around the right foot and holding that strap with one or both hands. And inhale, release up to straight back. And extend both legs in front. Inhale, staff pose, Dandasana. And exhale, lift the right knee, Marichyasana. Okay. So there's about 1 fist distance between the right foot and the left inner thigh. And we're going to reach this right arm inside the right knee. Lean forward. Here's where you may want the strap. Hold the strap in the right hand, swing it around behind. And bind with the left hand. Inhale, lengthen through the chest and throat, and exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, release, lift up. And this one's a little bit more of a bind, but I don't think we need to go there. So let's just switch legs, straighten the right leg, lift the left knee. Okay. And then taking the left arm inside the left knee, wrap it around behind, and use the strap or the hands to bind behind your back. Inhale, lift the front of the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades into the back, squeeze the right kneecap and thigh so you can fold forward. Okay, and inhale, lift up, release that left knee and slide the left leg out. And now let's just practice half lotus. So bring that right leg up, circle a few times, and bring the right ankle up to the left hip crease. Fold the left, lean to the left, and bend the left knee. Bring that left foot under the right knee. Lift up, swing the hips back, and lower onto the sitting bones. Engage the legs, pulling the heels up and in towards the lower belly, towards the pelvic floor. Relax, deep breaths. Dhyana Mudra. Now uncross, massage, some circulation back into the knees. And now cross with the left leg on top. Open the left hip and bring that left ankle up to the right hip crease. Lean to the right, swing the right heel under the left knee. Lift up the buttocks, swing it back, and then settle into the ground and engage with the core. Dhyana Mudra. 3 deep breaths. Connecting to the earth with the sitting bones, connecting to the sky through the crown of the head. Being this conduit between earth and sky. Yeah. Now, uncross the legs. Once more, lift the right knee. Bring the left heel back for half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring that right heel back to the left shin or cross the right ankle to the outside of the left knee. Try and sit so both sitting bones are touching the mat. Inhale, lift up in the heart and wrap that left elbow around the right knee. Begin to twist and look over the right shoulder. And some people can cross that left elbow to the outside of the right knee and use that additional leverage. Get a little taller, a little broader across the chest. Some people even try and bind. But I don't think I'll try. Now, switch sides. Lift the left knee up and draw the right heel under and back. And either stay with that left ankle inside the knee or cross the left ankle to the outside. And wrap the right elbow around the left knee or cross the right elbow outside the left knee. And loosen up the shoulders, neck, so there's no tension or gripping in the throat. And breathe the fluidity of this Amrita, this nectar, from the base of the skull all the way down the spine to the sitting bones. Inhale and exhale, circulate this energy up and down the spine. And then release. And turn forward. All right, here's where it gets a little interesting. Let's bring that right foot into half lotus. And for this, I'm going to need to sit up a little bit on some height. So I have my blanket, sit up on a little height. Bring that right foot into half lotus. And lift the left knee up. Now this might tilt you over backwards, so you may have to hold on a little bit. You're going to try and bring that right knee more downward towards the mat. And as best I can, here we go. A little twist to the left, and maybe I'll just hold the outside of that shin, or some may get the elbow around the knee. Okay. And some have the ability to actually bind here, but I think this is enough. Now, releasing this side. Oops. Bring the left foot into lotus. And bend the right knee. And maybe this is enough of a hip stretch, just holding yourself up. Or try and tilt that left knee down. And twist to the right. Hold the outside of that right shin, or even wrap the elbow around the knee if you can get there. And just casually gaze over the right shoulder. Deep breath. And slowly release. Okay. Half lotusing. All right. Now, let's do a cobbler pose. Bring the knees apart, the soles of the feet together. Pull against the ankles so the lower back can lift in and up, and the shoulders rise up and roll back. Inhale, sitting tall with good posture, and exhaling, exploring the possibility of tilting forward from the lower back without excessive rounding or hunching in the upper back. So keep the inner body bright, the front of the shoulders rolling up and back, and this broad expanse in the heart, chest. And try not to turtle the neck, but keeping the back of the neck long and broad. Now inhale, lift up, open the legs for wide angle. Probably go way off script here. A wide angle, forward bend. Spread the toes, slide forward to the front of the sitting bones, and keep flexing the ankles so the backs of the legs stay glued to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back, then exhale, tilt forward, smiling. It's that sweet nectar. Taste it. Enjoy that deep connection with spirit. It gives that sense of immortality and timelessness. Inhale, lifting up. Bring the feet again in front, but this time farther away than cobbler, so more like a star. Then thread the arms inside the knees, fold forward, trying to bring the palms to the floor. You can stay here or extend the legs more out to a wide angle and the arms more out to the sides. I'm going to bring gently the chest towards the earth and keep a slight bend in the elbows so we don't hyperextend. Then extricate yourself. Coming up is a challenge out of that one. Good. And for a counter stretch, we'll come into reverse table. So putting the feet flat on the ground and the hands behind the hips. Tuck the shoulder blades into the back, lift the heart, and then press the feet down and lift the hips up. Stay there or try and walk the heels out to a more straight leg version. And lower the buttocks down. And lower onto the back. Do bridge pose, but with the legs farther away, with the feet farther away from the buttocks. So instead of bringing the heels all up as tight as you can, keep the heels away from the buttocks. So you come up now and bridge. And flex the ankles, pull the toes up, pull the heels towards your shoulder blades. This is going to increase the activation and posterior chain of the back muscles. And slowly release. Sit back down. Okay. All right. So let's go with our shoulder stand and plow. I'm going to rock the hips up, catch the back of the waist, and tilt the legs over the head into plow. Tuck the shoulder blades up under the back, and then begin to lift the legs up into shoulder stand. Inhale, lift the tailbone, flex the feet, and exhale, squeeze to your core, hug to the midline. And try any variations with your shoulder stand that you'd like. We can obviously do cobbler version. We can touch half plow. And then the other leg and half plow. Or do a bit of a split. Twist that. In this version, you try holding the opposite foot with opposite hand. And let's try the other side. Do a little bit of a twist, and then a big split. And then release and hug the knees in for happy baby. And then rest the feet down, and with your blanket in a long roll, roll the blanket, get a long tube and put it down the center line of your mat. Snug it up to the base of the back, and then recline onto that blanket so that your head is still supported. Then open the knees for this restorative cobbler pose. You can put blocks under the outer thighs for additional support, or maybe you just have your fists there. And begin to settle into this pose. Just let it emerge and organically evolve, one breath at a time, sipping in that nectar on the inhalation, releasing away any stress or tension on the exhalation. And becoming more and more comfortable, relaxed and happy. More comfortable with being a child of spirit and not needing to constantly do things. So less doing and more just being. Less doing and more feeling. More sensing. More assimilation and integration. Integrating the spirit into the practice for a sense of immortality. And then roll over to your side and come back up to sitting. And taking this prop away, we're just going to do a final pranam. Facing down on the mat, stretch out in full prostration. Offering up this practice, thanking Spirit for engaging with us. And bringing hands in prayer over the back of the head. Offering, and then Begin to turn over onto your back. Begin to position for Shavasana on your spine. And separate the feet to about the width of your mat. Roll back down and open the palms face up. Tucking the shoulder blades under the back and then releasing tension in the shoulders, neck, and spine. Take a few deep breaths now, filling the lungs to your capacity and slowly letting that breath go. Each deep breath helping you relax more and more. And trustfully surrender into the floor as it supports you. Resting the back of your head. Resting the backs of the shoulders so the floor will support them. And the middle back. Surrendering into the floor. And the hips and buttocks softening, melting into the floor. And the backs of the legs getting heavier. And the feet and toes resting. And just scanning your body and releasing any tension, gripping, or tightness. And just letting this relaxation spread through your body. Enveloping your entire body in peace, comfort, happiness. Connect with spirit. Each breath an invitation to know this within yourself, to rest in its fullness. To relax and feel good. To be happy and content. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrikchur ma amritan gamaya. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from the darkness to the light. Lead me from death to immortality. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. peace, peace, peace. Now please start to awaken, deepen your breath, stretch and move in your body. And as you're ready, roll over to your side. Chance once more to contemplate who you are, what it feels like to be you. And then gradually sitting back up, come back to Sukhasana, easy seated pose. I bow to the internal spirit in each of you. Namaste.